Have you ever wondered if Jesus Christ actually died and rose from the dead? How can we know for sure? Jesus had been teaching for 3 years when he warned his closest followers that he would die and promised he would overcome death and live again. But they didn't understand what he was saying. One of those followers, Judas, betrayed him. Then, religious leaders falsely accused Jesus of crimes. The crowds believed the lies and demanded his death. His followers ran and hid and even lied about knowing him. Judas, overcome by guilt, killed himself. But this was God's plan. Everything that happened had been foretold by his prophets. Jesus was killed along with 2 criminals in a way common to the time, by hanging on a cross. Roman soldiers made sure he was dead. Then his body was taken to a tomb and Roman guards were posted to keep watch. On the 3rd day, as women who had followed Jesus went to properly prepare his body, angels rolled back the stone and terrified the guards. When the women arrived, they saw the empty tomb, and the angel said to them, "Why do you look for the living among the dead? He is not here. He has risen." They ran to tell the disciples, but the disciples did not believe them. Until Jesus stood in their midst and said, "Peace be with you." He met with them many times over the next 40 days. Before he ascended to heaven, Jesus had appeared to over 500 people. His closest followers, who had run away in fear, now understood and believed. They told others what they'd witnessed and were killed for what they taught. But the news of Jesus' death and resurrection spread throughout the world. Because of these witnesses, we can have confidence that his death and resurrection are true. Jesus died to pay the penalty for our sins. But Jesus has power over death and rose again. He is still alive in heaven and will one day return to judge the living and the dead. How will you respond to Jesus' death and resurrection?